So Melania Trump and Donald Trump are perhaps the pettiest people to ever live in the White House. And Melania Trump, over the past couple days especially, has demonstrated that in spades. Right now, all of the modern traditions about how the first family welcomes in the next one are being flouted. Whether you read it on CNN or other sources, Melania Trump isn't welcoming people into the house. Traditionally, the way it goes is that when the new president is elected, whether they're from the same party or the other party as the current president, they're all invited to the White House. The president invites the next president to an Oval Office meeting. Barack Obama did that for Donald Trump. And the First Lady invites the incoming First Lady to a tour of the White House and to all of those sorts of things. And so Michelle Obama did that for Melania Trump. In addition, on the actual day, there's like a formal transition of the White House as a home, where the outgoing president and first spouse meet with the incoming president and first spouse. And there's a photo, and there's like a formal transition of the property. But Trump and his wife, Trump and Melania, they're not going to do that. So when Joe Biden and Jill Biden show up at the White House, for the first time in modern American history at least, there won't be the previous first family to greet them. And this seems like petty, like high school drama, kind of like gossip magazine material. But it sort of matters, right? Because these are traditions that exist to sort of show that, like, there's a shared experience in holding that office as an individual and as a family, and that regardless of party, maybe there's something nice about the fact that, you know, on an individual level, these people can sort of, you know, relate to one another. And it's nice to see that despite the fact that, you know, Melania Trump and Michelle Obama likely have very different views on how the world works and should work, they could share a nice afternoon together and maybe bond over charity, their kids, you know, all of those sorts of things. Trump and Melania, they're like, no, we're not doing any of that. Absolutely disrespectful. And it's not like Melania's too busy. When Trump's thugs were at the Congress, she was doing a photo shoot and wouldn't even stop it, right? She wouldn't even stop that for like this one of the ugliest events to happen in the United States in the last few years. She wouldn't even stop her photo shoot. And today, she put out a video. Some of you have seen that video. I'm not even going to show you a clip, really, because it's from front to back absolutely vapid and meaningless. But, you know, in that, she basically says nothing about the people coming after. She doesn't say any nice words about Dr. Jill Biden or about Joe or their family or whatever. It's all about her and how she was honored by the job. And that's nice and all, I guess. But part of being gracious is to acknowledge that, like, you're not the first person to live in that house and to hold that job, nor will you be the last. And, like, to have that sense that, like, you're part of something, and Melania is too good for that. And in reality, she actually took the time to write a big, long essay about all the renovations they've done in the White House. But again, nothing for Jill Biden. She has not reached out to Jill Biden. And so I want people to understand this, because I think there's an impulse to sort of separate Melania from the rest of the Trump, you know, ghoulery. Right? Like, there's Donald, obviously, and then there's Donald's adult children, especially Don Jr., Eric, and Ivanka, and Jared Kushner, Ivanka's husband, who are playing direct roles within the Trump government and within the Trump campaign, and they're like sort of like doing evil alongside of him. But Melania is often left to the side because she's not very active in public most of the time. But when we do see her, we have to realize that she's not some delicate flower that, like, got trapped in this situation. She shares the same evil, backwards, hateful views that her husband does. She helped spread birtherism. You know, the attack on Barack Obama that he wasn't born in the United States, that Donald Trump started, or at the very least mainstreamed. She was part of that. Ironic as it was, given that she's an immigrant. Who came here, according to some, under dubious means. And in addition to all that, this was the lady that said F Christmas, F the kids at the border that are being separated from their mothers and fathers. She went to go visit some of those places wearing the jacket that said on the back, I don't care, do you? She went to go visit Africa, and she wore an outfit that was unmistakably a relic of white colonialism of that continent. This lady knows what she's doing, and she doesn't care. She's just as evil as her husband, but she gets away with it because she's behind the scenes. It's these sorts of moments when you don't have any real political power that you show your character. Melania Trump doesn't affect policy really, but if she wanted to make a statement, she could have invited Jill Biden to the gosh darn White House, but she didn't. So I don't want to see any revisionism that Melania was trapped in this or whatever, or that if she does divorce Trump, that we treat her as this like scorned wife, this trapped flower that freed herself from the Orange Cheeto prison. I don't care. When the chips were down, Melania was just as evil as her husband. Let's not forget that.